All right. Welcome everyone to the stable. First time at the stable, actually. First vid. I always play Supercoach. I always watch the community. I thought this year, bugger it, I'll join in. So obviously, first time we're going to be doing my team. Now I have picked my team already, and it's already cooked. I did it 2 days ago. I just haven't made the vid yet. It's already cooked. But I'm going to show you the team that I picked. And the changes I'll do to it, I'll do next week. But it is injury carnage already. It's bloody January 15th. And I think 3 of my players went down today. Stiff. But straight into it, we'll start with... Should we start with the back line? I'll do a bit of this action, get it up for you. Oh. Should we start with the back line? Everyone starts with the back line. Yeah, we'll start with the back line. I feel like that's what everyone does. We're going to start with the forwards. Forwards. Actually, no, my list is with the back line. We're going to start with the back line. First player, D1, I will be going Rosie. Now, I had Rosie for a long time last year, and he didn't really do me dirty ever. He might have scored like 170, but yeah. And with Port's start, I mean, I'm sure everyone's tuned in with Port's start. You got to have some of them. So he's going to be quite popular. We can't see the owners yet, but he's going to be pretty popular. And I mean, 468, that'd be nice. 568, easy. D2. No, we're already getting speculative. It's going to be Archie Roberts at D2. This is banking on if he gets the role. If he gets the Nick Martin distributor role, and hopefully pre-season will show us that. So pre-season will know. If he doesn't have that role, I'll probably have to move him out. But even then, if he doesn't have the role, he's probably not going to go cheaper than that. He could be someone to just hold to upgrade. But I don't mind Archie Roberts. I think he's one of their better players, Essendon. So Archie Roberts, D2. D2's a bit high for him, but Archie Robertson in. I already don't like this one. I don't feel good about it. But I've also put Trent Rivers in. Again, completely relying on his role. And we're banking on him being a midfielder. Possible halfback, but more midfielder. If he doesn't have that role in pre-season, he's out. Straight out. You can't do it. So, I'll be surprised if he makes round one in my team. These two, Rosie and Roberts, I think, will be in my round one team. Rivers, I'm not sure. Yeah. And D4. It's dicey. But we're going Nick Newman for now. Again, pre-season will tell us a lot. Are they going to slot him right back into the role he had? If not, because he was out all... 439 is steep for someone that didn't play a game last year. What did he play? One? Didn't Newman play a game last year? Anyway, it's steep. No, he didn't play a game. It's right in front of me. He didn't play a game. I thought that's ridiculous. But that just shows what he can score. So we have to wait. If he has the role, he's in. If he doesn't have the role, dramas. D5. Now we're getting really dicey. Kadeem Coleman D5, because I just feel like at his price, you can't really lose. If he's not going to play, we'll know before round one. If he's going to play, you have to start him at 230. He'll go higher than 230. Is he going to be everyone's saviour? I'm not sure. And I'm a Lions man. And I don't know how he gets in the team. But I'm starting him. At 230, you have to start him. Round one, if he's not playing, then we can figure it out. And also injuries. 2 years out. That's tough. D6. Zeke Hewland. He's going to walk in, is what we hear. So, high draft pick. A lot of people think he would have been 1 if he wasn't academy. I think reports of Dimmer fancies him, and he'll be right in. Whether he's scoring great, doesn't really matter at 199. Make us 100 grand and move him up. If he's scoring great, we'll keep him. Now, my first bench player for the defense. What have we got here? This isn't even my tip. My mate is a Collingwood man, and he assures me, Reef McInnes will play. Now, is he going to score great anyway? I don't know, but just for now, he's in my bench. I'm looking at him to make me like 100 grand and flip. If he plays, I should probably do a little bit more research myself, but I trust the Collingwood man. He knows stuff about Collingwood, and he's pretty certain he's going to play. So, Reef McInnes is in. First bench. It's my second bench. Lindsay. Can't even remember myself. Josh Lindsay. Everyone has Lindsay, though. Everyone thinks he's getting the McCarthy role, or somewhat similar. And if he is, he's straight in at 122. Straight in. Not much said there. Straight to the mids. Let's go to my mids. Mid one. Before we move on, actually, it's funny. I feel like that's actually a pretty expensive backline to start with, but I always like going expensive for my backline. My forward lines are normally where I really stinge out at the start of the season, so I don't mind spending a little bit up. But even then, when I say that, my D2 is Roberts, so we're in the mid price straight away, really. All right, M1. Keeping the theme of Port, I don't know how you can walk past this man with the first 5 rounds they have, even at 650. Z Butters. He honestly could have an average of 180 at round 5. I can't remember what it is, but I think it's Kangaroos, West Coast, Richmond, Essendon, Saints. You'll get tagged in Saints and maybe Essendon, but you got to start. He could be 720 after these rounds, and then if you want to, once they get the hard games, if you want to flick him, but then again, you're kind of are you overthinking it? I don't know, because I would think about it if he got close to 750. I would think about flicking him, because these kind of players get tagged and they have a 50 and they'll plummet and you can get them later. But you're using 2 trades. Sometimes people like to just set and forget. And he is a set and forget. Probably best advice is pick Zach Butters and set and forget, have him all year. But that first 5 rounds is disgusting. And he needs to be picked, in my opinion. He's going to be VC almost every week. So the Bats. Now we're in the first, first one, that's probably already going to change, is I had Oliver, Clayton Oliver at M2. Now, apparently he's already had a niggle. He's already done a hammy or something in training. I think that happened today. So he'll probably get moved, because we can't be having that already. He's already a bit sketchy. The only thing is at 500, I feel like everyone's kind of forgot. Peak dense opinion coming up from the Stallion. Peak Oliver is better than peak Tom Green, and I feel like people have forgot that. Peak Clayton Oliver is like Brownlow bound, but we might never see peak Clayton Oliver again. But when he's 500 grand. And he's gone to Kingsley, and Kingsley gets people in shape of their life. They can also get injured, but they get them in the shape of their life. If it plays out, it's just, I feel like a lot of us have forgot who Clayton is. But again, he's already injured, so he's in my team at the moment, but he's probably going to get moved. And we're straight into the next one. Now, this is a bad one, M3. M3, I picked Will Day. And Will Day will be getting changed, because if you haven't seen the footage, he walked off training today and man looked busted. Shoulder was in a sling. He's either dislocated, or if it's dislocated, it's weird, because he could be all right by round 1. But the last thing we need Will Day to have is an interrupted pre-season. if it all went right for Will Day, I feel like everyone would be trying to jump on him after round 2 or 3 because he is one of these players that could do what Lugger did last year, go from 95 to 115 plus. And I'll probably be changing him to one of his Hawthorn mates that's similar. But that's for next week, that one. Or whenever I do the change. But yeah, he'll be getting changed, but that's who I started with. Sad because he's a good watch. As a neutral, when watching Hawthorn, he's really exciting to watch. M4. Dan Curtin. Another one that is completely reliant on the roll. If they hand this man the keys to the midfield, I don't know how we can't have him. But if he's still floating, which he's probably going to be floating wing, mid, half forward, just floating around, probably can't have him even at 390. He's a jet, but right now he's in my team. I think it's a decent price. I actually thought he would be more than 390. I thought he'd be like 420, 430. So for now he's in my team. He's a watch though. We need to watch him pre-season, see what his role is. M5, a player we all I think have to take the risk on is Hayden Young. If he's fit, he's gonna blow to 500k. If he's fit, but he's one of the most injury prone players I think in the league. Again, same as Will Day. Shame because he's a jet and good to watch. Not as good as everyone thinks he is, in my opinion, Dent's opinion. I don't think he's that insane. Good player though, jet. One of their top five Freo? Yeah, top 5 Freo. Top 5. Dan's opinion. Fight me. Please don't. But he's in my team at 389. He's in my team. M6. Harvey Langford. Again, pre-season we need to find out, but I feel like he's going to be one of the permanent mids. He has to be. And 380 is expensive for a second-year player. I say that. I think Curtin's in his third year, but he is going to be good. It might not be this year. He's young. It's going to take a bit, but he's going to be very good. I really liked what I saw when I watched games last year with Melbourne, and that was when he was getting like bit time in the mid. And now with Track and Oliver gone, he should be getting so much more time, and he could blow up to 500 pretty quick. Or could be second year Blues. He's one I'm pretty confident I'm going to have in round 1, unless pre-season we've seen he's like forward pocket or something, which I can't see. But pretty confident he'll be in. This one, I'm not confident about at all. I'm up to M6. I'm not confident about this at all. I've got Parrish in at the moment, and I really highly doubt he'll make round 1. I doubt he'll make next week. There's not much to be said about Parrish, man. When I said injury prone, this guy is the poster's boy for injury prone. And I actually don't think he's that great. He's an accumulator, which will score. He'll score way more than 334 if he's fit, if he has the midfield role. Even if he doesn't, he still gets his accumulator. He still gets the ball a lot, even if he is like a wing or something. He'll get it all the time. So if he's playing at 334, he's decent now. But there's injuries are berserk. Yeah, I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about having Parrish in my team. But he's there for now. And he hasn't been injured yet. Well, touch wood. And I might have missed it. He might already be injured. Anyway, M8. Another one everyone should have is Jagger Smith for now. I don't know how anyone can go past Jagger Smith. Jet of a kid. He did his ACL, so who knows how he's going to recover coming into the league. But he's going to start round 1 and he's 119k. And an accumulator. He's going to be getting high possessions, which doesn't always mean high points, but it's going to be more points than 119k. So, Jagger Smith's in, and you can field him. Easy field option. First bench player is Dyson Sharp. Everyone is red hot on Dyson Sharp. Seen a little bit of training footage and he does look good, but that's training. But basically, this is just a social media storm I've seen of this fella, so he gets in the team. He gets it because there's a good feedback that he's going to start. So go on the bench. If he doesn't show up in pre-season, he doesn't show up. But I think he's an easy one to put in your team right now, Dyson Sharp. No, he's not basement price. He's 149, which I don't know what he went in the draft. I feel like he was mature age. I could be really wrong about this. But if he's 149, he must have went a top 15 pick in the draft. I could be sleeping on it. He could be pick 8. I was about to look it up, but I have a feeling that he might be top 10 pick now. Needed more research on Dyson Sharp. But he's gonna start, what people say. Second sub I'm not sure about. I don't think this bloke will be in my team round 1, and it's Sid Draper. Everyone has him, and some people haven't fielded. I don't reckon Nix rates him. He's a mid-forward winger. Nix just recruited a mid-forward winger from free agency in Calamachi. Dual premiership player. That tells me he looked at this bloke and went, we need to go get someone of that archetype. If he's challenging Archie, he will not get in over Archie. He won't get in over Archie. So, the only thing that might help Sid Draper is the 5 bench, if he's the 5th one on the bench. But, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Sid. I'm not sure. I just don't think Nix rates him. But right now he's in the team, so he's doing something. My last midfielder, I'm not enthusiastic about a lot of my squad by the sounds of it right now, but it's Will Brodie. Now, I was on Will Brodie when he had that year in, what year was it with Freo? I was on him. Made me a bit of cash. I flipped him at the right time. It was good. I don't think he can do it again. I don't know how he gets in. Really, because he's only a midfielder. He can't do anything else. He cannot do anything else. The only way you play Will Brodie is a midfielder, and that's Butters. I mean, Rosie's probably going to be halfback all year, but then you got Bergman, the horny one. Wines. You really playing Will Brodie? Pre-season should tell us. Another one we just have to wait for pre-season. Rucks. R1 helped me win the granny last year. Cannot go wrong with a bit of Tristan. He is first on the team. He's T1. Team 1. First picked. Just show he dropped 180 in grand final week, helped me win our wager league. He's a jet. He's an absolute jet. 680 is a lot to pay. 687 is close to 700. There's a chance you'll get him for cheaper in the year. But this is a genuine set and forget. Just pick Tristan Sherry and you have an R1 for the whole year. Easy. R2. A little spicier. Jordan Sweet. Call me crazy. Jordan Sweet. I feel like he's going to be R1 for Port. I don't think they're playing Soldo over Sweet. And he had a few games. I think he scored 200 in the last few rounds last year. He played 19 matches in 2025. Hey? Yeah, right. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jordan Sweet could... I didn't know who to pick in R2, so I left it late when I was doing my team. So I didn't have the 600 grand really left to go for English, or anyone else. And yeah, no, I think he could be someone that gets to 600 and you can trade him. That's kind of my plan with Sweet at the moment. I want him to hit 600, have a little hot patch, 4 weeks. And like I said, they run in the start of the year. If he can hit 600, I will be flipping the Sweet. But that's the plan. I'm pretty confident they'll make round 1 unless something changes. R3. Everyone's R3, I believe, is Reedy. Now, I normally like a loop in R3. And like, even if Reedy's not playing, he's playing for Carlton, and Carlton don't play Sunday. They don't play Sunday, so it's not going to be a loop. If you've been Reedy there as like a win-win, if he doesn't play, you'll just loop him. It won't happen because they're always Thursday, Friday, or Saturdays, and unless that's changed this year, but yeah. But anyway, you got to pick him because it was good news. He's going to start, not start, but like. I don't know how he starts over Pinnet, honestly, unless he's a Jet, but we'll see. I mean, he played one match last year and he just got 34. That's grim. Anyway. More research from me on Reedy, but he's just a placeholder at the moment. Now let's go to our forwards. F1. F1 is track. I don't know why a lot of people are fading track. I can kind of get it. They don't really know what his position is going to be. If he's a full-time forward, I might fade him. But even then, he's probably not going to lose that much money. If he's a full-time forward, he's going to be one of the highest averaging forwards of the year. Even if he's full-time forward, he will probably be a top 6 forward. Depends, but he's going to be close. So I'm pretty happy to pick track, just for the chance he might get mid as well. And then you might get those big ceilings from track. But track's in. F2, I've already gone to Flanders. So that shows that I'm going pretty cheap in the forward line if Flanders is my F2. And right now, it's an easy pick. If he gets the role at St Kilda, if he gets the mid-roll as a forward and Supercoach, yeah, got to go it. If he doesn't have the mid-roll, questionable to have him. But right now, wait to pre-season, Flanders is in, easy. A little pod one here. Little pod one haven't seen much of. Remember Port's run in that start? I've gone the big... Is he Greek? He's got to be Greek. Big Georgiadis. With this new ruck rule as well, where they don't have to wait for the racks to get down, I feel like a lot of tall key forwards are going to be more nominating for ruck. And I feel like at Port it has to be Georgiadis. So you got his ruck contests. He can kick bags. He's 390k. I don't know if he'll make round 1 in my team, but right now he's in Georgiadis. And I rate Georgiadis highly. I feel like he could be one of the key forwards that scores 95 around average. But we'll have to wait and see. But I reckon I'll keep him to round 1. I like Georgiadis. F4, another pod. Jordan De Goey. 320k. Had a really poor year last year, real interrupted. And I haven't seen anyone talk about Jordan De Goey. I mean, it's only because he's 320. Right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on De Goey, but I'm sure he's a great player. But am I sure that one, my Supercoach? I'm not sure. But at 320, I'm happy to just roll with him there for now. Watch a little bit of pre-season. See if he's looking the goods. I feel like he might be one after a couple of games of pre-season. A lot of people are saying Jordan De Goey's in their team at 320. But again, we'll wait and see on that. F5, another one. Everyone is fading. The Ugle. 214. It's a gamble. But that is a gamble. I don't know how you don't take. He's a jet. Absolute jet. 214. I don't see him in many teams. Another one. I reckon pre-season's going to come around. He'll kick a couple of bags in pre-season. Everyone's going to have him by round 1. Everyone. I mean, it could... Hopefully for Ugle it doesn't go wrong. Because like Will Day, he's another one. He is a jet to watch as a neutral. When you turn in Gold Coast on this year, you're going to hope he's playing and he's healthy. Because he's a gun to watch. So he has to be in. At 214k, he has to be in. Will he be in my end team? He's probably one I'm looking to flip for a higher forward late. if he plays all year, if it all, But he's in right now. Ugle. Jet. Absolute jet. And yeah, F6 has to be Philippou. Another one, injury prone, like you've never seen. It's ridiculous, but at 160 he has to play. He has to be there for now. Wait and see some pre-season. Yeah, there's not much to say about Philippou. I feel like everyone knows. Like, he's one of the biggest risks with Hayden Young, Darcy Parish. I've got a few, but he's right up there as risk. Right up there as risk. All right, we're almost done here. First sub for the forwards is the old Todd Marshall. Todd Marshall's my first sub for the forwards. 147k is cheap. Didn't play a game last year. Didn't play a game. Decent. He's not fantastic. He's decent though. He has to be in my bench at 146 because he'll play as well. I have a bit of a luxury right now where I know he's playing. And he's in my first bench, which, I mean, you can work that out most of the ways, but yeah, Todd Marshall's in. Second bench for the forwards is Well, I was about to say Hector. Leonardo. Is Hector his dad? Is that why I was about to say Hector? Leonardo Lombard. I saw a little bit of him last preseason before he got injured. Looked good. He's not going to be a crazy scorer. But he'll score more than 119k. He's one where if he gets to 250, you might want to flick him. But that's what I'm looking for. Get to 250 and then I'll upgrade. Because, yeah, I don't think you'll see him average more than 55. I don't think so. But he's a gun. He's a gun. Well, it's probably a bit early to say gun, but he looks good. All right, flex, last player. Last player is, at the moment, Latrell Pickett. Honestly, the name is doing him a bit of grace. The Picketts, they're decent. Right? Pickett's a good name to have in AFL. And mature age pickup, they obviously fancy him. I just have a feeling he'll be straight in the team. And like I said, the Picketts have tricks. If he's handy, at 154k, he could get to 300. He's one I could see getting to 300 and moving, flicking, getting a trade. But it's all about timing. But yeah, he's in the flex at the moment. Why can't I save my team? Well, it's not letting me save, but that's my team. Hopefully it lets me save. Team picker screenshot. We'll do that in a minute. But anyway, that's the team. That's the whole squad. It's funny, I didn't feel that great about it the other night. I've got to change the injuries already. I didn't feel that great about it the other night, but now that I've actually done this, I feel okay about this team. Besides already my 2 injuries. But yeah, that's the squad. I will already have to make changes. I'll probably throw a vid up of the changes when I do them. But that's the team. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the first video of the stable. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.